Southern University. First, I would like to give honor to God for allowing me this opportunity to speak to each and every one of you. I come to you with a service heart, vying to be your next Student Government Association President 2015-2016. I strive for my work to speak for itself. The campaign items that I have passed out cannot display what I have done, what I plan to do here at Southern University. The great Dr. Martin Luther King once said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Southern University, it is time to move forward. And I'm not talking about your typical moving forward, a step here or a step there. With my platform, we can take Southern University all the way to the top. Not to only show Baton Rouge or Louisiana, but show the world that Southern University dominates in all aspects of higher education. I plan to stand firm, head to head with administration to make sure that the student body voice will be heard. Because we're tired of not having change machines to wash our clothes. We're tired of not having Wi-Fi in our dining halls. We're tired of not knowing how to appeal our traffic tickets. And most of all, we're tired of not knowing how our fees are being used. So, University, I ask for each and every one of you to crawl with me, walk with me, run with me, and jump with me. I am Dominique D. Dunn, a 22-year-old senior from the small but powerful city of Greenwood, Louisiana. In 2012, William McCarthy went to war. In 2013, Simone Bray solved the vision. In 2014, Nicholas Harris mastered the blueprint. But now, 2015, it is time for total domination.
In the oldest book known to man, Proverbs 29:18 states, where there is no vision, the people perish. Good evening, Jaguar Nation. I am Lawrence Williams, a junior mass communications major from the proud city of New Orleans, Louisiana. Since enrolling in Southern University in the fall of 2012, I've become heavily involved in various organizations. Organizations such as the Student Government Association Senate, the Jaguar Ambassadors, Collegian 100, the Public Relations Student Society of America, and a host of other organizations that Southern University has to offer. As I stand before you today, I am simply here to share my vision. A vision where Southern University's career fair offer more companies in an effort to provide opportunities that cater not only to select programs, but to all colleges, varying from the School of Nursing and Allied Health to the College of Business. A vision where students can do more than just attend SGA-sponsored events, but are enthused to participate academically, athletically, socially, and professionally. A vision where the Student Government Association works together to create a student-safe and friendly environment by bridging the gap between Southern University's police department and our student body, along with enhancing communication and empowering the voice of all students. Even though surveys have been randomly placed in front of us, we, the student body, need a place where our voices can constantly be heard. Jaguars, the Student Government Association has become too much government and not enough student. The Constitution states that the SGA is supposed to promote the general welfare of our university and student body as a whole, to provide central entities through which students can voice their own opinions on all and any matters that are a concern to them. And it is with this that we elect our Student Government Association leaders, not only to listen to students, but also to address their concerns. SGA officials should make the students feel comfortable and want to engage in conversation in order to get things properly accomplished. If elected as Student Government Association, I plan to stand firm when faced with adversity. I understand I shall only be the voice of the students and take on full responsibility and expect no credit in return, because without all of you, the Southern University would not be what it is today.
Mr. Williams, if you can please close your intro statement.
Leaders are not defined by the quantity of their words. Leaders are defined by the quality of their work. Visual change is the law of life. So, I am Lawrence Williams, vying to become your next 2015-2016 Student Government Association President. Let's strive for excellence, make a difference, and see the vision.
The first question that we have goes towards both candidates, starting with Mr. Dominique Diamond. How do you plan to make SGA more accessible and more open to all students who may not feel welcome? Please limit your response to 2 minutes with a 1-minute green card warning.
Thank you for that question. I plan to proceed in an open door policy. I want to make sure that my office is open for all students to come upstairs and talk to me. When I stepped foot on this campus, I started from day one speaking and talking and communicating with everybody, my whole matriculation here at Southern University. I plan to keep that policy going as your Student Government Association President, so students can feel free to talk to me and let me know the problems and situations that is going on here on campus. Thank you.
Throughout this past week, as you all can see, this has been one of the livest weeks that Southern University has ever seen this year. Why? Because SGA has not asked the students to come to them, but we've gone in dorm raids. The same transition to transfer over if I'm elected as Student Government Association. In the past, that hasn't worked. We're asking too much for the students. If it's Student Government Association, why aren't the students being associated in events? That's a problem that I plan to continue and I plan to fix.
This question is to both candidates. Neither of you mentioned the issue of safety on your platform as relates to students on this campus. What measures are you willing to take to ensure the safety of students on campus? And how will that leave parents with the confidence that SU can protect their child from hurt, harm, or danger while here?
As Student Government Association President, I feel as if I had more things for the students to get involved with physically, that the students would not have time to focus on violence. They would have too much fun. They would have too much time to have fun doing something that was educational or doing something that actually involved them participating, not just observing. I think this will crack down. Also, me assisting along with other student leaders, we're formulating a campaign called This Is Our Southern University to promote our athletic domination. Our tennis team is successful, but that's not being exploited in the media. Yet that one incident shouldn't define the success of our university.
Thank you for that question. As Student Government Association President, I would like to host seminars and work with SUPD during the summer of when the freshmen come in to hold seminars with their parents to let them know about the safety here on campus. Also, during this campaign week, they had an incident that happened, and I actually got out of my vehicle in my suit to stop the violence. When that incident was going on. The students feel safe on this campus. Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen. Both of you have two very aggressive platforms, and hopefully we'll be able to delve into that a little bit later on this evening. But it's important that we delve into the big elephant in the room, and that is fiscal issues facing the Southern University system. There's no way you will be able to accomplish your platforms if there's no Southern University system existing moving forward. Our current legislative session convened 3 days ago, and let me just give you some brief history. $673 million, that's how much higher education in Louisiana has been cut since 2009. 67%, that's how much the Southern University system's budget has been cut since 2009. $900 million, that's how much we need to fully fund higher education in the current fiscal year, and yet only $300 million has been proposed in the executive budget. That would equate to roughly a $27 million cut to the Southern University system, guaranteeing closures to at least one of our campuses. Your work starts immediately, gentlemen, and so my question, and we'll start with you, Mr. Diamond, what is your specific plan to be engaged down at the Capitol with legislators? What is your specific call to action? How will you engage students? How will you engage legislators? And what do you hope to accomplish after your lobbying efforts?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Being that the Southern University system is facing a potential $27 million shortfall, almost guaranteeing the closure of at least one campus, potentially more. What would you do? What is your plan to engage in this legislative session? How will you engage legislators? How will you engage the student body? What is your specific plan of action? And what do you hope to accomplish at the end of the day after carrying out your lobbying efforts?
Thank you for that question. I will get together and rally up the students to go down there on the Capitol steps to make sure our voice is being heard. I will also try my best to increase retention because as of right now, Southern University is not meeting the GRAD Act, and that's placing a major effect on why budget cuts are in place. Also, I would like to go down there to the Capitol and meet with the legislators myself personally as representing the student body, as your Student Government Association president, and let him know exactly how we deserve not to be, exactly how we do not deserve the budget cuts because we are a great institution here at Southern University.
All right, y'all.
Can you repeat the question?
One more time, the Southern University system is facing a potential $27 million budget shortfall, guaranteeing the closure of at least one campus, potentially more. What is your specific plan to engage in the current legislative session? How will you engage legislators? How will you engage the student body? What is your specific plan? And what do you hope to accomplish following your lobbying efforts?
Thank you for that question. I would plan to hold town hall meetings to inform the students on what deficit we are undergoing. I would also go and formulate a document so I can take and present to the legislators. And I will also try to make a campaign, like I said I was going to start, with the assistance of other student leaders to show the legislators that this Southern University has a lot of things going, and this Southern University has a bright foundation that could leave Southern University once we leave and give back and we can take away from the deficit and the budget cuts and turn this student body into supporting alumni.
Good evening. On yesterday, there was a demonstration at the state capitol. Were you guys present? Okay, if not, I would like for both of you to answer and tell me why not.
Although there was a rally yesterday that I did not participate in, I had my campaign going on, and I felt the students need to see me because I needed to tell the students and explain my platform. Not only so if I'm implemented and placed in that position, now I could go and represent. Because I need, first off, to hear the concerns of the students. That is the priority. I understand that the rally was going on, but there can be also other rallies that I can create if elected this position.
I had my campaign going on too. But most of all, I also had class. But outside of class, I also informed students through Instagram and through GroupMe and my campaign team about the rally that was actually going on. And also a rally coming up next week that I plan to attend. And even if I win or don't win, I plan to drive my car and invite students to come with me down to the rally next week. Thank you.
For both of you guys. We'll start with Mr. Dominique first. Being that neither of you mentioned voting as a primary function in your response to Mr. Jason, how will you incorporate voting as in that contributes to the higher education funds and the budget cuts?
Thank you for that question. There are 3 ways I would do that. I will form a campaign team to register students to go vote. I will also connect with organizations so that we could go out in the dorms and register students to vote. Also, I will host a seminar to inform students who actually is the candidates and what's about to take place and who's willing to support Southern University. Last but not least, I will get buses to take students from their dorms to the poll, which is in the FG Clark Activity Center right here, to vote. Thank you.
If elected, I would pick an executive cabinet that would be willing to dorm raid. In the efforts of dorm raiding throughout this week, it was very effective. I would inform students that because of their voting on our government, it does have a big effect on us. If the students were informed about it and they knew what was the concerns and what was the information behind that, I feel the students would get out. Because now it doesn't only affect our university, it affects each of us. And at the end of the day, we need to come together to be a successful Jaguar Nation.
My question is for Mr. Lawrence Williams. On your platform, you have that you can implement more companies for the career fair. Since the career fair is based on the engineering department and only one company from maybe the agricultural department, how could you persuade more companies to attend?
Thank you for that question. I've already reached out to Ms. Montgomery in assisting in reaching out to other companies. Also, I feel like if I personally went on the behalf of Southern University student body and had documentation, I feel like I will be able to build a trust where the companies not only trust me, but they'll trust our universities and they'll take some of the products of Southern University, not only to give them an opportunity, but to give them a foundation to start a career.
This question is for Mr. Diamond. Inviting your high school for a campus tour was a good idea. If you are elected, how will you continue to raise the recruitment for Southern University institution?
Thank you for that question. I will personally, as your Student Government Association president, reach out to local schools and invite them on campus tours when we having big events going on, such as Campaign Week. Also, as your Student Government Association president, when we travel to away games, I would like to stop at high schools on Fridays to inform them about Southern University and also inform them about their out-of-state fee waiver. Thank you.
Good evening. This question is going to be for both candidates. I want to begin by first thanking you guys for making the choice to serve your school, regardless of who's elected. I think that's a very, very honorable thing. With that being said, as a former SGA president who was truly all about the SGA and unifying the student body, it was very disappointing to see so many unopposed candidates running this year. That to me shows a tremendous sense of apathy amongst the student body, which was also reflected by our non-attendance of the rally on yesterday. What will either of you do, if elected or even if you're not elected, to raise awareness to where students actually care and understand the impact that student government has on their daily lives outside of just Wi-Fi and everything that looks good and sounds good, but past that, the role of student government, what will you do to open their eyes and get them involved so that when the freshmen come in this year, they will see that this energy is here on campus and will want to participate. Because the road we're going now, we're going to have one unopposed person who comes in freshman year in 2016.
Thank you for that question. Like I stated on my platform, I would like to create more involvement with the students as far as giving them chances to come out and actually participate. This year, like you said, has been the first year that Southern University would not have a runoff because students feel like SGA hasn't fulfilled their duties. I feel like if I can change that thought process, it not only affects one student, it becomes contagious. Now the thought process of all students are encouraged to get involved and get out and find more ways that we can actually enhance the success of our university. Also, I would like to, like I said, dorm rate, that's been effective. Very, very effective. I feel like if I could pull students out and get to, talk to other students, that's how it would be. And I think it would be a better chance for the students to learn more about the university.
Thank you for that question. On my platform, I stated that I would like to host leadership seminars. Leadership seminars to build leaders here at Southern University. With that leadership seminar, I would like to have a weekend retreat on campus for students to find out the ins and outs of the Student Government Association. Also find ins and outs on different ways to network with students that's already student leaders to pass the constitutional exam so they can run for these positions. Thank you.
Okay. Often non-traditional and commuter students are overlooked. How do you plan to engage that sector of students? I mean, we're usually known for parties, seminars, but what about that older crowd, that non-traditional, that commuter that isn't on campus that can go to that circle in the back? How do you plan to implement it? And I would like Mr. Diamond to come to the mic first. Thank you.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you for that question. As a Student Government Association president, my main goal would be to go to them. Let's have events out there towards the commuter's parking lot, or right across the street from the commuter's parking lot. So they wouldn't feel like they have to come on campus every night to the circle. So they don't have to feel like they have to come only to the union to enjoy themselves. Let's go out to them, let's show them that they are welcome, and we appreciate them. And we're all trying to become one SU. Thank you.
Thank you for that question. I plan to, when I said implement more things for the students to do, I plan on teaming up with the class presidents in efforts of doing different events. As far as one event I wanted to do was Clash of the Class, where the different classes, as far as the freshmen, the sophomores, juniors, and seniors, go head on. Now it's not just the on-campus residents, it's off-campus. As one Southern University, we should all have the same opportunity to participate and have the same opportunities to have fun, and also do things that are educational. So it couldn't just be just athletics, but like I said, socially, academically, and professionally.
To both candidates, this is the last question. There are several referendums that can possibly go into effect next school term, recently published in the Southern University Digest, which will have a direct increase on student tuition and fees. What are they, and do or don't you support them? Mr. Diamond, first, please.
Thank you for that question. One of the referendums is to raise $3 for the Golden Blues. Another one was to add at least $5 to $10 to the cheerleaders. And I can't remember the third one. But also, I do support every last one of the referendums because I feel like each one of them can better Southern University. The cheerleaders, the Golden Blues, and etc. support this university, so we should support them.
Again, the referendums did say $3 towards the cheerleaders, $3 towards the Golden Blues, $5 towards the cheerleaders, $10 towards our human jukebox, $20 towards our students to increase the amount of things that we can do as far as transits, operations, as far as trips, as far as scholarships. Of course I support this. If I can fund an in-state or out-of-state student, why not? I feel as if every student should have that detailed opportunity. With the out-of-state fees being waived for the incoming freshmen, out-of-state students are currently here should have the same opportunity to get a scholarship.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give a round of applause for your 2015-2016 SGA Presidential Debate. And now back to our pageant.